Welcome to the Nectar and Grit Podcast, where we take 5 minutes to talk with actors and filmmakers about weird shit.
Hello, JB. How are you, sir?
I am awesome. Austin, how are you? Thanks a lot for having me, man. This is exciting.
Yeah.
I feel like we've done this before, but it's been a while, huh?
It's been a while. Well, so I got to ask you a couple things right up front. Are you a cop?
I am not.
All right. And you can't lie to me. That's
I know.
the rule.
That's the rule.
So first, yeah, I don't think that really works. But what project would you like to tell the audience about that you've been working on today?
Oh,
I mean,
awesome.
not that you've been working on today, but what would you like to tell the audience you've been working on?
Well, thank you. That's a great question. Definitely always have a lot of projects in the works. Working on a political thriller called The Deep State. That's in the proof of concept stage right now. We've got another production, Christmas at the Lanes, that's coming in from a New Mexico producer. Still working on Deer Mageddon, which is a zombie deer musical. So that's all the beauty and brilliance of that. And then I'd be clumped to not mention Daniel Needs to Leave, which is a project that's currently in the festival circuit that's going around and doing quite a bit. So lots of fun stuff on the docket.
That's awesome. So you ever get to see your kids?
Of course I do. They don't like film festivals, though. I will tell you that. They have a disdain for them.
I could see that. It's probably probably not enough running around time.
Exactly.
So who's your favorite director that isn't a terrible person?
Well, I was going to say you, but then you added the caveat for no. I'm
You're
just
hired.
No, I'd say that Sam Raimi, the guy that did the Evil Dead stuff, and at least as far as to the best of my knowledge, he's not a terrible person, but they were making movies as kids, which is something I enjoyed doing. And, we worked a lot with Bill Rebane, which Bill Rebane's a big Wisconsin director that made some creature features and some other stuff, along with some wholesome things, which is interesting because he always wanted to create comedic musicals, and for some reason he created horror films.
Yeah.
So once you
I was
get
looking at his website the other day, actually.
Yeah, what'd you find?
I don't remember all the names, but I was definitely kind of blown away by all the movies he's made.
He's done a lot.
Yeah. Did
Yep.
not know that. Learn something new every day. Uh, so, how do you personally feel about the way social media has sort of collapsed this distance between the artist and the audience?
Hmm. That's an interesting question. I mean, I think it's a double-edged sword because a lot of times people get pretty intimately acquainted with you. Like for me, I used to be in radio, so people would come up to me in random and they'd talk to me about things that might have been put out on the radio or social media, like they're one of my buddies, and that's just kind of an interesting situation. But you feel more connected to people, but now there's a bajillion of people out there that you feel you need to be connected to. So I think that's kind of both ways there.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with. And I think that the algorithms suck, like they just keep I don't see people's stuff, a lot that I want to see, and then I'll be like, oh shit. So I think that's hard because it
Damn
just,
algorithms.
yeah, our social media sort of decides what we get to look at. Which is
Well,
kind of a
it
bummer.
usually, unless you pay for a subscription, right? Then if you get a subscription, then you can see what you want to see, but it costs you money every month.
You mean like on Facebook or something?
That was just a joke, but
Ah,
it obviously didn't land. We were
okay.
talking a lot about
Yeah,
subscriptions.
I got
But
you.
you're right. You're right. There is so many different things happening that are trying to collectively aim. And the only suggestions I have is there's a friends button at the bottom that usually helps me catch up with people. Or if I send them a direct message, then I can start to see them show up again. But you're right.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it's just this cesspool of everybody else's stuff that they want to put in my life.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. Um, what is the one sound or visual image that represents home to you?
The sound of squeaking cheese curds, I think, has to be one of the most, like, you pop them in and they're just squeaking in your teeth. And people outside of this area don't really understand, but people that come to this area crave cheese curds.
Yeah.
It's like the most popular thing. People are like, oh man, you ever have cheese curd? Yeah, and the squeaky thing, and that's the one, I think.